Hey everybody, we are just a touch late. Sorry about that. Had some stuff, important stuff we were doing. Sorry, but it's not more important than talking to you and you seeing us, our viewers and listeners. Uh, this is No Bones About Wrestling. We're doing a watch along for AEW Collision tonight. I'm your host Asa, and alongside me is my permanent co-host Kay Fabulous. And so we're going to educate. We're going to talk about what's happening tonight. We're going to hopefully listen to you and see your comments, and hopefully we'll make you laugh a little along the way. And maybe we'll all learn something too. But the show has begun. MJF just came out and threw his gum at someone in the audience. I'm sure that's nice. That's a nice souvenir. I bet that'll be on eBay tonight. So maybe check it after the show.
How are you gonna prove that's MJF's gum? DNA testing?
I don't know. I don't know how you can prove it. But so yeah, thank you for joining us. And hopefully we have Wolf coming on later. He's usually with us for these watch-alongs, but I haven't heard from him in a little bit.
He has Money in the Bank today.
Oh, is that on tonight?
It's on today. I don't know if it's over.
Oh, I don't know if Money in the Bank today. Money in the Bank is today. Didn't he say something like that?
Yeah, he said he was going to be on.
I think Money in the Bank is tonight, so we don't care about that. Here we are watching Collision with you.
Daniel Garcia, you are nothing more than a pawn. You really thought MJF, the biggest star in AEW, you thought I was going to give you a match at All In?
Yeah, I don't know if I see MJF versus Garcia at All In. We'll see. They keep trying to raise Garcia's status, but I don't know. We'll see.
But I got to be honest with you, Danny. During this ruse, there's something you did that offended me. Let's keep it real here, Danny Garcia. You're a Make-A-Wish kid at best.
I mean, Garcia's very good, but I just don't know. Is he the level of fighting MJF at the biggest show of the year? I don't know. I don't know about that.
I offered you a match at Wembley Stadium against, let's face it, the greatest wrestler who's ever lived.
So MJF, he's a face, but he could fight anyone. So I don't know. Viewers, he's a face. Don't look at me like that. He
just turned heel. He attacked Danny Garcia on Dynamite this week.
Yeah, people love him.
No, but he went full heel.
There's some boos.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's say he's a heel then.
Yeah.
Who are the top 5 faces who should face MJF at All In? If anybody wants to give us a list, okay, if you want to give one.
Will Ospreay.
And this is including Daniel Garcia, if you think he could face him.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Okay, I got Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland, Ricochet when he gets here, if he goes by Ricochet.
My brain is structured differently. I cannot.
Daniel Bryan.
It won't go by Ricochet.
I thought you said he used that in the Independence.
Sorry, I have food in my mouth. I believe you did use that name on the Independence. Never mind. I'm sorry. He maybe could. I don't know what the rights deal is with Ricochet's name.
But I'm going to go... No, I'm not. Let me think about it.
You got Ricochet, Ospreay. Who else did you say?
Swerve. Daniel Bryan.
Bryan Danielson.
Bryan Danielson.
One more.
I know. I'm working on it.
Was an evil scumbag, and if I wanted to survive this lifetime, if I wanted to protect myself,
Adam Copeland.
Oh shit. Well, he won't be there at all. So let's pick somebody else. That leg injury is going to take a while to heal.
Oh, I forgot. It's only 2 months away now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's about 7 or 8 weeks from All In.
Pac.
There you go. I agree. I haven't made my own list, but I'll agree. Anybody on the top 5 she just mentioned would be a better opponent and a more deserving opponent than Garcia. So we'll see if Garcia could rise to the task. We'll see. I've kind of been thinking if if Ospreay doesn't get the world title shot at All In, MJF versus Ospreay would definitely be the way to go.
Opened up to you people.
I think that's where they're going, babe, because I think the world title shot has to go to someone in the Owen Classic.
Oh, duh.
Owen
It has to be someone in the.
gonna
I
be
forgot.
Hangman.
I forgot they do that now.
Yeah, it's gonna be Hangman.
It's gonna be, so is it Hangman, Danielson? Who else is in it?
Hangman, Danielson, and Jay White, unless they did something on Rampage.
Can you pull it up? Who the fourth person is?
They already got eliminated.
Who already got eliminated?
Brian Danielson. Brian Danielson beat Pac already, so he's in the final.
Yes.
The other side, their match is tonight, I believe, to determine.
Yeah, Hangman versus Mystery.
Versus Jay White.
Versus.
Hangman was the mystery.
Oh, okay. Hangman versus Jay White, and then Danielson is in the final.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I got confused there. Danielson versus either Jay White or Hangman.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be Hangman
Versus Swerve. I gotta go with, as far as who I predict, I gotta go with either Danielson or Hangman. You know, I'm sure most people are thinking that way, though. It's not an amazing prediction or anything.
Okay.
You discarded me. Guys like Swerve and Okada, and worst of all, that talentless hack, Will Ospreay.
Oh,
Yeah, he's definitely gonna face Will Ospreay at all.
What I did to Danny Garcia on Wednesday, that wasn't personal between he and I. It was personal between me and you. And Danny Garcia was just the tip of the iceberg. I am going to take away everything that you love in this company because everything that you love sucks.
Oh, babe, it's right there. Look. It's on the floor over there.
With your garbage taste, but don't worry, I'm gonna fix it. And the only way to fix it is with me on top. But no, you guys want Will Ospreay, don't you? You guys like Will Ospreay?
I like Will Ospreay.
I love Will Ospreay.
You guys are too delusional to realize it, but Ospreay cannot help this company like I can. Will Ospreay is a child. He doesn't care about ticket sales. He doesn't care about making this place money. All he cares about is putting on good matches for you.
He is saying exactly what CM Punk said about Tony Khan. Like almost word for word.
Let's see. Does anyone know where they are tonight? Where they're wrestling tonight?
Well, a dude from Wednesday is still in the audience. So they have to be
Oh, yeah.
close.
This says live.
No, I know it says live. They have to be close by. That's my point.
Close by where?
Wherever they were on Wednesday.
Where were they on Wednesday?
I don't know.
Okay. Was it Buffalo? What was that?
No, that was the week before.
The week before.
How about you come on out here so I can sacrifice you like one?
Oh, wait, Beach Break. They were in Chicago on Wednesday.
Yeah, this is not part of Beach Break, though.
Exactly as I thought. He ain't showing.
Today's the 6th. Oh, shit. Here we go. Today's the 6th.
Yes.
I wonder what he's thinking right now. So, here's the deal. He knows that Will Ospreay is not here.
Do you think?
Oh.
Ospreay walked out here to run for his life. He's not coming, guys. And you knew that. He's not coming because he is a two-faced, fickle, gutless coward. Just like you. My name is Maxwell Jacob. You had your chance. You shut your mouths. And you can thank me later. We have
Is
witnessed.
that the new I'm better than you and you know it?
I don't know.
Not as good. Well, I got someone blowing up the chat. Oh, Olive, hey.
Show up.
We have someone in the chat.
Olive.
Oh, Olive, happy birthday!
I know it. Hey, Kay. Hey, Asa. Hey, how's it going?
Thanks for the like and subscribe. Hopefully you just saw MJF do another awesome promo, solidifying his healiness.
Olive Mule loves AEW. Us too. We've spent way too much on AEW merchandise and things like that.
Ooh, including my brand new Timeless Tony Storm shirt.
Oh yeah, we didn't do a t-shirt check. Big old school wrestling fan. Me too. That's my favorite era. Is like 80s, yeah, mid 80s, late 80s, early 90s, yeah. But yeah, t-shirt check. Did it, Tony Storm?
I just did.
Did you already?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm doing, and I got FTR on tonight. Big Papa Pump shirt on, nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, mid to late 90s, that's when I grow up. I mean, I love that period too, but I love the period when I was just too young, just a little bit too young to go to wrestling shows. That's my favorite period.
My favorite period is the current period.
Current period.
I love it. Loving it.
I mean,
plus, I didn't grow up watching wrestling, so I have no nostalgia. This is awesome.
That's true. I mean, it's a good time.
It's a good time to be a wrestling fan. It's a good time to be alive. It's not as sexist as it used to be. I am down with that.
Yeah. All the wrestlers on and like crack and coke and soma and drunk and whatever else, you know.
Hopefully not. Yeah.
If you're wrestling, you really shouldn't be on anything because you have another person's life in your hands.
Yeah.
So I would say not even pot, which I usually have nothing bad to say about. But yeah, shouldn't even be on pot if you're wrestling, you know, because you know it's just one slip and someone's dead. So you need all your faculties about you.
Talk.
Yes.
So, in case you just didn't see, we have a new trios team with a name, making it official. We have the conglomeration.
No, they've had a name.
They have?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Since when?
For a week or two.
Oh, I totally missed that. Well, then, never mind. Either way, I'm super excited. Wait, really? I've never seen these three wrestle
Who is it?
together.
O'Reilly, Cassidy, and
Briscoe. They've been a team?
yes.
Okay. Oh, it's your favorites.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I completely agree about women's wrestling. They're awesome.
Yeah, it's the golden time for for American women's wrestling, I should say. I hate the fucking Iron Savages more than I hate anyone in this company, and I don't mean like heel hate. I mean like go away and disintegrate hate. That's what I mean. I have one connection to the wrestling industry. I was golf caddy for the Dan Gable Celebrity Golf Tournament and Hall of Fame induction. Very cool. Very cool. I have a little connection as well. I used to be a manager on the indie wrestling scene for a very short amount of time. Yes, so there's my 15 minutes of wrestling fame. Very, very small, very limited, but I did it. Jarrett is the only one with go away heat for me. Oh, no way, man. I love Jeff Jarrett. He's 50 something and I think he can still go out there. I don't understand all the Jeff. I mean, to each their own, but I don't understand all the Jeff Jarrett hate.
Weird. We have the Undisputed Kingdom
Yeah.
coming out.
International champion.
Did he call them the internet champion?
Yes, it's.
No, we said the former international champion.
I don't think so.
He did.
Great. How are you doing?
Definitely didn't say the internet champion.
He's too big. Olive mule, a male, woman.
It's my favorite.
I'm not sure.
Who are we talking to?
Olive.
Male, woman, doesn't matter. But I'm just curious.
I didn't say they.
Or they? Sure. I'm just curious. So cool. I'm too big to be a manager. LOL. I want to. That's just what I was talking to you about the other night. Remember when we went to an indie show and I was saying, look, the refs, because we saw and we went to an indie show and we saw a ref who was like jacked.
Yeah.
And I said the refs should never ever be in better shape than the wrestlers in the ring. And I said the same thing about the managers. I said you don't want the manager to look like the tougher guy than the wrestler, which is very true, very old school, very true. It breaks the whole thing, breaks the whole illusion if the manager or the referee is larger than the wrestlers. Yeah, definitely.
The whole
Yeah,
conglomeration.
please do not call me they. That's fine. I'm male. Can't have a jacked ref. Exactly.
Oh, sorry. I just said that because it was unknown.
6'4", and I look like a wrestler. That's a start. That's a start to it.
So the conglomeration has partaken of the berry juice that the Iron Savages drink.
Wow, who drank it?
Mark Briscoe and then Kyle O'Reilly, and they like acted like it was Popeye's spinach.
I would not drink anything provided by the Iron Savages because it's at least 80% bodily fluids. So Olive Mule said, but I don't want to do it since I'm so old, 38. No, dude. You just think about how many like middle-aged and old managers there used to be. It's not too late. Just
Yeah.
talk to if you really want to do it, just get the contacts for your local independent wrestling company and email them, say, hey, I love wrestling and all this, and I'd love to be, I've been a fan forever, and I really would love to manage. What do I need to do?
Mm-hmm.
And just, the worst they can say is no, man, So I would definitely encourage you, give it a try, because they don't want 20-year-old managers. That's a weird look. They want people like our age, like 38, 40, 50 to be a manager. Somebody looks like they may be a little too old to wrestle anymore.
Yeah, like
But that's why they're managing.
If you just look at the managers on AEW, they're all older than the wrestlers.
Jake the Snake, Arn Anderson,
Prince Nana.
Prince Nana, yeah.
Don Callis.
Don Callis, great examples. Mark Sterling. I'll just let you name all the examples.
Yeah.
And then you look back in other companies, Classy Freddie Blassie, Slick, I think Harvey Whippleman. I'm just saying, all these guys are out of their 20s, long out of their 20s, and a lot of them out of their 30s. Lou Albano. So don't give it up is my point. But if you want to be a manager, go and do it. I urge you to do it because you probably could.
No Colonel Parker, no Mr. Fuji.
Colonel Parker, Mr. Fuji, yeah, or Master Fuji if you want to go that way.
No Paul Bearer. What is wrong with
Bearer,
you?
Jim Cornette.
I intentionally left him.
You intentionally left him off. Why?
He's a little asshole.
I don't know. Just because everybody says that on the internet?
No, because of what he says on the internet.
You said Don Callis is the man. I love him. You guys are cool, nice folks. Well, thank you, all of you. He said, I look like a wrestler still, but not for long. Time is cruel.
See, I don't have to worry about that because I've never been in shape. So I don't have to worry about suddenly not being in shape because already there. It's part of my master plan.
But it's different for women. They can be any age. They can be a valet or a manager, any age.
Yeah, you have to be hot.
No, you don't. Mae Young has managed many, I mean, dozens, if not hundreds, of young women, and Mae Young wasn't hot.
Wasn't she when she was younger and wrestling?
She was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She was.
When you get into the industry, at least, you need to be attractive.
Usually, correct. Yeah.
For manager of LA, not necessarily for a wrestler, but. It's weird that they introduced Roderick Strong as the former international champion, but did not introduce the Kingdom as the current Ring of Honor tag champions.
Do they still have them, or did they lose them?
No, they have them around their necks.
Oh, I missed it. Olive Mule said, "I love Vicky so much." Who's Vicky?
Vicky Guerrero?
Vicky Guerrero?
I like her too. She's funny.
Vicky is
Vicky is
hot.
hot.
Where did Vicky go? Are you talking about Vicky Guerrero? That's the only Vicky I can think of, right?
Yes. It's
Vicky?
the only Vicky I can think of also.
Yeah. I guess he's talking about Vicky Guerrero, yeah. Yeah, okay. Where did she go? I have no idea.
Well,
we
there's
just
whole, like weird thing on social media with her daughter or something.
Her family has been going through some really weird legal problems that I won't go into here, but you can read about them on the internet if you're interested. That's what I would just search, like Vicky Guerrero legal problems.
Yeah, but I think that's why she kind of stepped out of the public eye.
Yeah.
For the time being, anyway. He was back to wearing a white orange Cassidy shirt instead of the black T-shirt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Still going with the darker jean though. Bulk Bronson is that guy's name.
Don't encourage them by mentioning fucking names.
Well, we just never remember what their names are when we talk shit about them.
Good.
I love Mark Briscoe.
Said Vicky Guerrero is done dirty by the WWF. I don't know what you're talking about. What? Yikes. Okay, I see the Vicky stuff. I see. Mark rules. Which Mark are we talking about? Mark Sterling? Mark kind of looks like me. Oh, Mark Briscoe. I got you.
Awesome. Well, then you look awesome if you look like Mark Briscoe, because Mark Briscoe is fucking awesome. I can't wait to see him again. I'm gonna slap him right in the face. I think if I made a list of like wrestlers I wanted to meet, Mark Briscoe would be in my top 5.
That's cool. I could see that.
Oh, are they gonna do something with the Undisputed Kingdom after like months?
I don't know.
Very exciting. Did you see that for Shadora?
Mm-hmm.
Versus Timeless Tony Storm? They better give that match time. Yeah, he seems like one of the like nicest guys in wrestling. It was really sad about his brother. I'm glad he's still wrestling though. You know.
Here we got Jack Perry.
A long time ago, I was the first challenger to the first ever TNT champion, but I wasn't ready then because I didn't realize just how great that cost would be.
An odd promo here.
But as of tonight,
shot, I mean.
I'm paid in full. And I want to go ahead and give that same opportunity to somebody else. The opportunity to sacrifice everything and take this away from me. Because if you don't, I will sacrifice you.
Wait, who's he giving the opportunity to? He didn't say,
It
right?
sounded like an open challenge
Oh.
type thing, maybe.
Hmm.
I don't know. What did he say? I'm gonna bring. I was only half listening. What did he say?
I was really distracted by the camera shot, so I was also only half listening.
Me too, kind of.
So they better bring something, or he's gonna bring something.
Oh, Neil says, I'm smoking and drinking. I gotta load a new bee. I don't know what the fuck that means. Oh, thank you. I never said low. I always heard from people that the term is packed.
You always heard.
That's what I heard. Yeah, that camera shot was, they were trying to be pretty creative. And the thing is, we see Jack Perry finally getting some success. I mean, the TNT belt is pretty high up now. We finally see Jack Perry getting some success, but we can't see his face. Like, we need to see his face.
Yeah, that would have
You
been
know?
it would have been a cool shot, but not immediately after he won it, because he just won
Right.
it
It would
on
be a cool
Sunday.
shot in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was still a cool shot, but it would have been more effective
Oh,
for us to see his face during this promo.
sake. Those are my favorite alcohols before I stopped drinking. Definitely.
Chevy lets you begin every
Oh, he says in the Midwest it's loadable, in the East it's a peckable. Well, there you go. That makes sense.
Home with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's guide you. Get $5,750 total value on this soap.
So I'll go ahead and plug something while we're on commercial here. Just want to remind you, if you're new with us or if you're not, we do a weekly show called AEW Weekly. It's all about what's happened in AEW the past week. And it's Mondays at 6 p.m., same place, right here on YouTube, on X, or on Twitch. 6 p.m. usually goes to somewhere between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. It's Kay and I. So just, tune in. It's a fun show. Do y'all do Rampage and Dynamite? He's asking. Rampage, very rarely. Dynamite, we try to do it every week, unless we're busy with work stuff or something like that. So Dynamite right now, I'd say we do what every other week or 2 out of 3 weeks.
2 out of 3 weeks.
So every 2 out of 3 weeks, I'd say we
Yeah.
do it. Yeah. So we'll announce on X
Yeah.
if we're gonna do watch-alongs for Dynamite or Collision.
All right.
So or Rampage, yeah. So just watch on the X page. That's where we always we'll post that stuff. Or if we're not doing a watch along, I'll post it so either way. We'll always post it on the X page.
And we always do the pay-per-views also.
Always do the pay-per-views, yeah.
And usually the Ring of Honor pay-per-views too.
Have you watched the Broken Tables podcast? Live watching alongs. I have not. I've heard of them, but I've not seen them. No. Mm-mm.
We'll check them out.
Yeah, we'll check it out. Yep.
We got some good Forbidden Door recap going on.
Yeah, Swerve and Osprey video package. That match was fantastic. They got 5 bones out of 5. And if you're new to us, that's how we rate things in bones.
Oh, there he is.
Hangman, as we saw this past Wednesday on Dynamite, your indefinite suspension was lifted and you went on to defeat Jeff Jarrett in the quarterfinals of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. I guess the question on everyone's mind is, why now?
Why now? Convenience. Not mine. Theirs. It didn't matter to them where I was, how long I was gone, what was happening to me or my family. It didn't matter at all. Because the moment they thought that they could use me.
Ella Mule says Hangman is boring as fuck.
But that's not why I'm here. You know why I'm here. He knows why I am here. I am going to burn through the rest of this tournament. I am going to go to Wembley Stadium and I am going to right a wrong that should have been righted a long time ago. And I swear to God, if that is with my last breath on this earth, I will right that wrong. I will burn his world to the ground.
Seems like a little much for a wrestling belt.
Well, tonight you go on to face Switchblade Jay White, a man who you have never defeated before.
Burning the world to the ground. I mean,
He wants that swerve.
yeah.
I don't think that's much. That's like his nemesis.
Man, did you see the eyes?
Yeah, it was a little over the top because now he's where does he have to go? You know.
He put his Batman voice on tonight. Yes, he did. Yeah. He says Hangman always been lame. Nah, man, Hangman's awesome. I mean, on the mic, meh, not always the best, but in the ring, he's good. He's good, especially when he was tag teaming with Omega and they had the tag belts. That was a great team, I thought.
And his swerve matches have been good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like really good.
I
And he
mean,
had an awesome match with Danielson 1-on-1 too, didn't he?
I don't
Am I
recall.
remembering that?
Okay. I mean, he's not in like the top 10 in AEW or anything, but I think he's still pretty awesome wrestler. Very talented. It says K, is that the Intercontinental belt in the background? Oh, it kind of looks like it. But that is the old WCW US title. Yeah.
See if I can get it over there.
Don't break anything.
I'm not bringing anything. That's as close as I
You can barely see it. Yeah.
Sorry. It's easier to move the camera than move the belt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the US. Usually we have the ECW World up over there. And then I got of course, the WCW, the NWA WCW behind me here.
I love her. I love her. I love her. I love both of them.
Yeah, Leroy says old as gold. Don't know what he means by that, but we're old, so I'll take it. Yeah.
I think it means
Old belt.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I thought he was complimenting us
For being old.
for being old. Yeah.
We'll take it either way. I love Trish Adora.
I'm a WCW guy. Hey, me too. Me too. That's not my favorite company that ever existed. Probably Jim Crockett Promotions, my favorite company, but WCW, what it became after Jim Crockett, very close. I'm reading a book right now called WCW Nitro by Guy Evans. Isn't that right?
I don't know.
It's somewhere. It's somewhere
It's
else.
right there.
It's right there.
I'll go look. Oh yeah, Guy Evans. I can see.
Guy Evans. WCW Nitro by Guy Evans. If you like WCW, you gotta read this book. It only covers the Nitro period, unfortunately, but it covers from 95 to 01. And unlike just giving his own own opinion, he talks to Bischoff. He talks to Bischoff's boss. He talks to Bischoff's boss's boss. He talks to several dozen WCW wrestlers. I mean, he's not just writing from the internet or from the dirt sheets. Somebody who thinks they know a lot about wrestling. He's talking to the people who made WCW, like who actually created it into it being what it became. The wrestlers, the producers. Talked to Kevin Sullivan, one of the bookers for a long time. Very good. Maybe the best wrestling book I've ever read. WCW Nitro. Yeah.
He's also interviewed in every episode of Who Killed WCW on Vice.
That's true.
That
True.
3-part series or 4-part series? Four-part series that came out. He's in there quite a bit because he's so knowledgeable.
Yeah. And when I say that, I mean it's a high compliment because I've read a lot of wrestling books and I think it is the best. Like I said, the best I've read.
And you've read a lot.
So we got Tony and Trish going here. Pretty cool matchup. Trish is very talented.
I really want them to bring her up to AEW.
Yeah. Oh dear, that's dirty there.
This generation's Titanic, if you will.
She's a queen. Yeah, her whole style matches class. We're talking about Trish. Yeah,
Mhm.
she's an amazing worker of this. It's too good.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
Yeah, she's great.
I like how vocal she is when she wrestles. I wish more people would be vocal. Like she and Emi Sakura, I feel like are the most vocal women when wrestling. I appreciate that.
Mhm. And it makes it more. I think it makes it a bit more realistic.
Mhm.
Oh Lord, I love it.
Dude in the front row has a Mariah May shirt. That's like the first Mariah May shirt I've ever seen.
That's cool. Is it a bootleg?
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know if you could tell it looked like an AEW shirt.
No, I mean, it kind of looked like it. Like it just said Mariah May on it. Like there wasn't any kind of graphic it didn't appear that went with it, but you never know.
Tony Olive Mule said Tony is perfect for casual fans. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Very entertaining, great in the ring, great on the mic. Says, man, I love y'all. Thank you very much. I wish y'all had this as a full-time job.
So do we.
So do we.
Please, someone pay us to watch
Yeah.
wrestling and talk about it.
If you're out there, and if you want to pay us for doing it, yeah, we'll do it. So just let us know, and we'll do it as a full-time job.
I like teaching.
I was gonna say Kay's a teacher though, so I don't know how much she'd be willing. Well, but everything we talk about's at night though.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I got 2 jobs.
yeah, so I could have a second job. That'd be fine with me. Yeah, we've been doing this for just over a year. Don't know when we'll stop. We'll stop probably whenever it stops being fun. Is when we'll stop.
It's almost been a year and a half. You started it in February last year, didn't
Yeah,
you?
almost been a year and a half. Yeah. This is both his parents were teachers. Yeah, it's a noble profession for sure.
Thank you.
Very hard, very difficult.
I like it. As of right now, ask me on a different day, I might change my mind. But right now, during summer, I love it. No, I had a really good group last year, so nothing but positive things to say.
He says, my dad showed me wrestling. That's cool. I kind of found it on my own, believe it or not. Just like flipping through the channels when I was a kid, and I was like, what is this weird shit, and found it. He says, I've licked on y'all's page before. We're gonna assume he means looked, so we appreciate it. And yeah, if you're out there, if you want to look at nobonesabout.com, that has links to everything we've done, reviews of things, watch-alongs, all the episodes of AEW Weekly. We used to do WWE shows, so that's all on there.
Oh, and if he's into WCW, we did some WCW watch along.
We did some WCW watch alongs. Yeah. We've done probably like a dozen or so WCW watch alongs, and more will be in the future for sure.
Like we'll probably do Halloween Havoc again this
We'll
year.
definitely do Halloween Havoc again this year, yeah. Where we do a different Halloween Havoc every
Usually every Sunday.
it used to be every Sunday. We'll see if it keeps. But yeah, we used to do a different Halloween Havoc every Sunday in October, and that was a lot of fun for us. It's one of my favorite yearly pay-per-views, maybe even more than WrestleMania. Yeah, it was Halloween Havoc. I'd say more than WrestleMania, to be honest. Yeah, one of my favorites. I'm not talking about what's the biggest or anything. Well, AEW would take place of all that now. I'm sorry, but just thinking back in the old days when it was WWF versus WCW, that's where I'm thinking. And Halloween Havoc was definitely my favorite show. And it's weird that in that book I'm reading, Eric Bischoff said that to him, he always thought of Halloween Havoc as WCW's biggest show of the year. But of course, I think all the fans and the writers thought it was Starcade
Yeah.
because in the NWA, that's what was it was by far the biggest show of the year.
Nice.
And you in WCW's infancy, Starcade was the biggest show of the year. But Bischoff got there in '93, and he started saying he thought, like I said, Halloween Havoc was their big show. Uh, Never told anyone. Apparently, it was just in his mind. I mean, that is where they booked on paper a crazy main event. They booked undefeated Goldberg versus DDP for the world title, which was an excellent match, and they booked Hulk Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior the rematch, which on paper is like fuck yeah, but in the ring was like fuck no.
Well, and that Rey Mysterio super awesome match was on Halloween Havoc too, wasn't it?
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero, right, versus Rey Mysterio Jr. One of the probably like 10 best matches I've ever seen, I'd say. Was on Halloween Havoc, 97. So let's see what else he says. His wrestling history is WCW, WWF, then WCW mostly, then WWF, then WWE, now AEW. Mine's pretty much the same, except back in the day, throw in ECW. ECW I liked more than WCW or WWF. That was my thing. ECW, I loved him. Tony Storm wins the match there.
Shocking no one.
Said I watched TNA from Mark Yard 123, I guess. Huh? So I've been catching up on '05 through present TNA from him. It's cool. Never watched TNA. I've watched some of the recent pay-per-views, but that's it. I never watched it when it was on television. Tony makes me want to dedicate my life to wrestling.
You still have.
Oh, yeah. I have an unbelievable wrestling connection. I'll probably make a video about it later for my channel.
Oh, cool. We'll check it out.
Who is that? There's a
You
secret.
gotta wait and
It's a
see
secret?
what it posts. Yeah.
He said Halloween Havoc '97 was a good pay-per-view. Yeah, awesome show.
AEW. Excitedly entering the Owen Hart Foundation group.
But yeah, so thanks, yeah, for being so participatory.
Mhm.
Everybody else who's watching, you can too. And nothing against all of you. We
Yeah,
love
no,
talking
yeah.
to you.
Yeah, keep
But
going.
everybody else, you can be just as participative, and we will try to talk to you as well. Participatory.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to you as well. Um, and if you want to talk with us, you agree with us, you disagree with us, it's all good. Just don't be a jerk is the main thing. You come and you act like a jerk because you disagree with us, you're going to get banned and kicked out. So just don't act like a jerk, and we'll have a nice time and a nice conversation.
That's cool. He said he was neighbors with Dan Gable, and his uncle knows a bunch of legends.
That's cool.
I love Willow also.
Yeah, I hated Willow at first. Hated her, but I've come around, and yeah, I love her now. I love her.
I think she was just like a little more, because we saw her first in Ring of Honor before we saw her in AEW, if I'm remembering correctly, and she was just like a little over the top. And
It's too much. It was too much energy for me.
In the middle of her matches.
Yeah, right.
Instead of wrestling, it was just odd. And she's improved so much in the ring. Like I really like her. Oh, it was an open challenge.
AEW Collision.
Jack Perry with an open challenge next. Who's it going to be, Kay?
I'm going to say either Action Andretti or... No, I'm going to go with Action Andretti. That's what I'm going to pick.
Action Andretti.
That's what I'm picking.
Okay.
Who are you picking?
Good vibes, said Olive Mule. I totally agree. She seems like a super nice person, and then she has a lot of fun in the ring. Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. That's pretty much what I look for in a wrestler, Labor says, I called Willow Lizzo, and she grew on me.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. I don't know what I've done here on the page. Oh, I got it. Called Willow Lizzo, and she grew on me. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny. So you said
I said Action Andretti.
Action
so I think-
Andretti is the mystery challenger.
I think so. Having not actually listened to the promo that he gave, Perry
He
gave.
pretty much said like anyone. That's
That's what I thought
that's
too.
the feeling
but I
I
didn't know if he
got.
dropped like
I wasn't
I
listening.
wasn't paying enough attention to like catch any hints that he might have dropped. So
I wasn't
if
listening.
you're like, why does she think that? It's because I wasn't listening to anything he was saying because I was so distracted by the shiny belt in his face reflecting in it.
I was gonna say also, if you think we're idiots, we try not to be. Just like the promos, we're usually talking over them or talking to one of y'all.
Mhm.
So we never hear what the promos say.
We have the
So
captions on, so usually like if he's talking, I don't listen to him and I try and read what they're saying. But
yeah,
the
usually we
the
still
belt
miss
is so
it.
shiny.
We still miss it. Whatever's in the promos, we don't get it, and then the main event could be out of it, and we're like, "Holy cow!" You know.
Yeah, and don't think we don't know what we're talking about on Mondays when we recap the week. We go back and rewatch the shows so that way we can hear everything.
Well, Mule says, "Okay, you guys won't believe me, but it's true. My uncle used to go hunting with a bunch of unbelievable champs from WWF, WCW, because he was a World Series MLB player. And I'll tag you guys in the video.
Oh, awesome.
Your uncle was in the MLB. Holy cow.
That's very cool.
That is awesome. I love baseball. That's one of my other favorite sports.
It does. I can vouch for it.
Is baseball, which I may watch a game tonight. Who knows? We'll see. I've been wanting to watch one because like 4th of July time, and I just the last couple days I just haven't made it.
We watched some college baseball
We
briefly.
watched college baseball for 10 minutes.
Yeah. And then it was time for Jaws.
Mule says, yeah, where I tell the story. So
Okay, cool.
we'll definitely look
Yeah.
for him and tag him.
Yeah, and guys, if you're curious too, just hop on over to Olive Mule's channel and subscribe. So
He
that way-
said, yeah, and these guys are crazy and tough as fuck. I believe it,
I
yeah.
believe it also.
Anybody who has to be, especially anybody who has to be in wrestling, it takes a very unique type of person to do it. No matter how big you are, how small you are, anything, it takes a lot of strength, like inner strength, to be able to do it, and physical strength, of course. Take all those bumps. You know, most people don't know what the fuck taking a bump is like. You know, and most people, you know, they take 10 and they're done. You know, take 5, take 10. They're like, that's enough on me.
You know what's odd? Sorry, I wasn't listening to you. I was listening to them talking on the television. Sorry. So if this is random, I don't mean it to be. But with Brody's shoes, they say that they're donating all of the royalties they're getting in name of his kindness and community and whatever. But they don't say where they're donating it.
This was never personal.
Isn't that odd?
You see, I
I think I'm gonna buy a pair of those.
the trios championships for their
For 80? Right.
$80.
Not bad.
I didn't even know
I think I'm going to buy a pair of the.
Google who the trios champions were. That's the type of.
And I'm finally doing a.
But I have to be honest.
Do after show. I'm finally doing a Young Bucks sneaker review. Finally, we're gonna film it after Collision tonight, so it should be up. Should be up tonight. Yeah, late tonight, I'd say. Just before midnight or so, I'd say. So if you want to see what's up with the Young Bucks shoes, the feel, the look, and all that, they've not been opened yet.
Oh.
So it's an unboxing as well. So if you wanna see what's up with those, like I said, look at our channel. You know, maybe after 11:30 tonight, I'd say.
Or just turn on notifications after you subscribe, and then they'll let you know when it's up.
Or right, good point. Just turn on notifications, and you'll know when it's here.
He just told Juice Robinson to go have another fentanyl lollipop.
Shit.
Super.
I like a fentanyl lollipop.
No.
Yes, I would.
Well, you might, but no.
The Christian, the dad, said, "I love the Young Bucks sneaks." Oh yeah.
They thought they were getting me essential. Guns. Yeah. How was that? What are you, get out, get in the way. What the hell are you doing in my space, huh? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get
Oh, Kip Sabian is on television.
Wow.
A miracle is happening.
I didn't mean to.
Does he need a father?
They say the apple wasn't fought for. So much like you, I'm sure your father was a loser, but hey,
Huh. Jesus.
I'm not around to see what a disgrace your career has become. The good news is, it's supposed to be a lot worse.
What?
Kill switch. Take care of him.
100 days
No,
about to get a lot worse. Yeah.
man.
Kill
I
switch
thought they were
killing
gonna do
O'Reilly.
something with. But no, it's not O'Reilly.
Fabian.
Sabian.
Sabian. There's
Have you,
something wrong with my
have
brain.
you had many fentanyl lollipops?
Oh my
today?
God, I wish I had. Anyways, we're talking about the shoes, and you said you have some. So, yes, I have an unopened box right here. AEW Reebok. It doesn't even have like, does it? Ah, there it is. And there's the size on the side. Everything else is just black. But, like I said, after we're done with Collision tonight, I've been saying this for about 3 weeks. and keep forgetting to do it. But tonight is the night. I'm gonna break this box open and check out what these shoes are like.
I hate that they brought Kip Sabian back on television to have him beat up off screen by Kill Switch.
Yeah,
That sucks.
sucks.
He's
Yeah.
so talented. Like, I don't understand.
He is. He's very talented on the mic and in the ring. Sabian. I don't. Yeah, like you said, I don't understand why he's not in the mix to be on television, but the fucking Iron Savages are.
Or like the 5 weeks we had of Shane Taylor matches.
Right.
Like, you couldn't give any of those to Kip Sabian.
Shane Taylor, man. A lot of people seem to like him or liked him back in the day in Ring of Honor. I didn't see that. I only saw him in AEW, and that guy sucks, Shane Taylor. Oh, dear.
Is he gonna face Marco?
No.
Stunt?
Oh,
my God,
shit!
yes!
Oh, shit! Oh, man. Holy fuck. Wow. I was not expecting that at all. Marco Stunt, former member of Jurassic Express.
Most notably used as a projectile.
Right. Of course, it was he. Kill Switch used to be called Luchasaurus, and Jack Perry used to be called Jungle Boy. Until they broke up. Why was it they broke up? Do you remember?
Yeah, because
Oh, Marco Stunt, he got released.
he got released, and then Luchasaurus turned on
Yeah.
Jack Perry and went with Christian.
But yes, I got one out of 3,000 pairs of the shoes. Yeah.
I cannot believe he is back on TV.
Oh, he says he didn't like Kip, Olive Mule.
Oh,
Those shoes are dope. Yeah, I can't wait to see him. I
I
to
like,
see him in person.
I like Kip in the ring. His character needs work, but it's hard to have a character when you're never on television.
Sorry, I missed a bunch of what it. S, comma T is good. My family like sports people like me, and my fam like S. T. I have no idea what S. T. means. No clue. Olive Mule seems to like it, and let's see. He said, "Nah, he's good." I don't know who you're talking about because I was talking at the time. I'm sorry. Olive Mule. Sports people like me and my family like S. T. No idea what that
No,
means.
ST is Shane Taylor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't get liking Shane Taylor, but whatever. Marco Stunt got fired for sucking that dildo. Is that something that happened? That's what Olive Mule says. Sorry for being graphic. Hey, you can say almost whatever you want here. It's fine. We are labeled as explicit, so we don't want any children watching the show. And if you have children, you probably should not let them watch the show because I've said some terrible things in the past.
Oh my god.
Layru said
This is-
STP. Yeah, Sean Taylor Productions. Yeah, Layru. Thank you for trying to straighten
Shane
that out.
Taylor.
Yeah, Shane Taylor Productions. Yeah.
I love.
Olive Mule said, "I'm not joking. I don't remember Marco Stunt sucking a dildo personally."
Well, that was before we were doing a show, so maybe we just missed it in the news.
He said, "And Marco sucked that dildo." Totally missed that. Totally missed
This
it.
is such a good idea.
This was a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
And him just like having like joy on his face as he's beating him up.
I don't think it was joy. I think it was joy mixed with fucking revenge.
Who, Jungle Boy?
Yeah,
I mean, Jack-
Marco.
No, I'm talking about Jack Perry. Jack
Oh.
Perry is like
Oh.
like smiling while he's like beating the crap out of him. I'm saying it's good for Jack Perry's character
Why is that good? Him smiling.
because he's a heel and he's getting off on beating the crap out of his former friend.
I got you. Okay.
It's a very heelish thing to do.
I got you now. Just thinking of it in a different way. He said it was on a. Olive Mule says the dildo sucking was on an indie show. And now he says AEW fucked up by not making this a squash match. I could kind of see that. Yeah, yeah. It should be a squash, he says.
Yeah.
Like, no challenge for Jack.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think that's it, though.
Yeah. A little squashy, but not like total squash.
Yeah, yeah.
It would have been better, yeah, if they had him like immediately totally squash him and then after the match beat him up for like another 5 minutes, you know?
Or no, just beat him up for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes straight. Pin him, beat him up some more.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Olive Mule. Marco Stunt shouldn't have got any moves there. Maybe one to just catch him right off. Maybe a Hurricane Rana and catch him right off the bat.
Well,
That's it. That's it.
I like that they let, like when Marco went to do a top rope move, Jack Perry just caught him and was like,
This little guy.
are you kidding me? You know?
So people constantly want to know what's going on with us, Buddy Matthews, how we feel, but we don't feel anything. See, we don't sweat out our feels the same way as most of you do. No, for us, revenge is not some straight line, as Mr. King so eloquently put it. No. For us, revenge is a imbalanced scale waiting to be tipped back into perfect balance. It is a shadow hiding in the dark, waiting to be put back into the light.
And Christian, even though we feel nothing, we promise that you will feel everything.
That from the House of Blackwell fans. It's of course, for the chance to go
Oh, already?
No, I think it just means
Okay.
later.
Super fast.
No,
It's only
it's,
9.
it's not main event time. No.
Ready a hard-hitting match on Wednesday against the Bastard Pack.
Yeah, I agree.
Said these dudes need more TV time.
Yeah.
Malachi and Brody. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
Matches twice.
They always make the most of their minutes on TV at least, and yeah, I agree. In the ring and just their aura, giving promos is excellent. And AEW doesn't have anything else like them.
Well, for a while, Collision was like their show, you know, like where they were getting like a ton of time and it was awesome. And then they just put the brakes on that, you know?
I wish y'all were on all the time. Thank you very much. It's very nice of you to say. Rick Sanchez says, "Be cool if Matt Riddle joins AEW soon." Huh? What do you think, Kay?
I think it would be cool as long as he's like all right.
He's
You know?
doing a lot of very seductive posing on, as though he's trying to get into the porn industry on Instagram or whatever, some app. I'm just informing you. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's weird.
I hope he gets his shit together because he wasn't my favorite wrestler or anything.
I liked him a lot.
Oh, but he was super talented. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
That's okay.
Matt Riddle,
Mhm.
super talented. Definitely could be something. And I know a lot of people really enjoyed him. Just his gimmick, just not me. Yeah, the guy could definitely be something, and AEW would be lucky to get him, I think. Yeah.
Mhm.
This Wednesday is Team Red Brian Danielson competes to advance to the
Plus, like with my brain just died. What's this guy? Rob Van Dam. With Rob Van Dam wrestling for AEW sometimes having a Rob Van Dam Matt Riddle match would be super fun.
Yes, I do.
Like even if he doesn't sign with AEW, even if he just shows up on like 420 for a one-off, that could be cool.
Educated each and every week here. I'm telling you right now. We've got quiet.
Said y'all are fun as fuck. Thank you very much. Lemieux said that Bastard versus Danielson match was dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be good. LOL, who is said Matt Riddle
Matt
sent
Riddle,
them texts. Asa isn't wrong. He said he wanted to do porno. I don't judge him. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. I'm just informing everybody out there. Personally, I don't give a fuck if he does porn. Yeah, who cares? Got to make a paycheck.
Yeah.
RVD is dope as fuck. I agree. One of my top 10 favorite wrestlers for sure. And he says his podcast is amazing too. I've got to check it out. I haven't never heard it.
They've added some more detail to that terrible mask that Beast Muerto wears. Looks a little bit better.
Right.
He's added like an orangey red X across the face and then around the horns on the top. Doesn't look quite so spirit Halloween-y.
Yeah. So this is only the second time we've seen the Beast Muerto on Collision, I believe. Second or third, Kay says. But yeah, so this is the guy who used to be Black Taurus in Mexico, but there was some deal with the copyright or trademark or whatever, and he could not use that name here.
AAA owns it.
What?
AAA owns it.
So now he is the Beast Muerto, right? Beast Muerto.
Muerto, yeah.
Meaning something like the dead
No,
beast.
Morto.
Is it Morto?
It's Morto, not Muerto, because I thought it was Muerto, but it's Morto. Because I don't know what that means.
Is it El Beast Morto?
No, I think it's the Beast Morto.
The El Beast Morto?
I don't think it's L. I think it's the.
L is the.
I understand that, but when they say his name, they don't say El Beast Morto. I think they say the Beast Morto.
Anyway, whatever his fucking name is, he's awesome in the ring.
Yeah.
Great addition to their roster.
Yeah.
And I would love to see them get some of these, luchadors that they get from here and there, not just come in and job to their stars. I'd love to see some of these guys get wins. That's Lucha Libre is my favorite type of wrestling for sure.
I think he's been on Ring of Honor most recently.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think he's been there. Yeah, I'm just saying we miss him because we don't watch Ring of Honor. Yeah, the only wrestling promotion we watch nowadays, guys, is AEW. Just don't. I would love to keep up with something else. I would love to keep up with maybe like CMLL. Just frankly, don't have enough time right now.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck. There goes the camera guy. Wow. Oh, he hurt his. I might have really hurt his knee. This cameras
Fuck happened.
are fucking heavy. Uh,
And the beast as we said, the countdown continues to all.
see.
Oh, that's nice. Claudio's checking on the camera guy.
Olive Mule says
Here's the big
Claudio needs to turn heel.
be smart up.
Oh shit! Nice. Claudio needs to turn heel. Well, he needs to do something to make his character interesting. That's for sure.
Or to make a character.
Or to make a character. Besides, I'm Swiss.
Yeah.
He's mega strong. He has the record of strongest deadlift ever. I think he means deadlift ever to this day in WWE and AEW. It was like 1060. Excuse me, 1,060 pounds or some shit. That's fucking a lot. That's insane.
You still have that up. I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry. And All Mule says, I go to AEW live events in Iowa and Kansas City. Cool deal.
Yeah, we're going to one soon-ish.
We're going to Winston-Salem on August 7th, I believe.
Yeah.
August 7th.
Dynamite.
Well, yeah, Dynamite and is it a Collision taping? No, a Rampage. I'm sorry, Rampage taping. And a live Dynamite.
Where there is one
Have you been able to go to any TV shows, Mule?
Yeah, he just said I got to go to AEW live events in Iowa. And
I don't know. He may have had some. I don't know. He may have had some. What we got here? Claudio just a one-sided match here against Morto. We'll call him the Beast, rather. One-sided match here against the Beast. But yeah, we thankfully got to see. We saw a Collision in what year was that? 23.
Yeah.
In 2023, we saw a Collision. It was okay. It was good. It was good.
it was okay.
But just good. And then we saw what was after it. It was a Ring of Honor taping.
Yeah.
So Ring of Honor
That's
taping after it, which I think I'm gonna have more fun with that than the live Collision, honestly. And then in March we got to go to AEW Revolution, which was so fucking fun. The Greensboro Coliseum was packed. Everybody was there to cheer on Sting. You saw so many people. Every other person you saw had a Sting shirt on.
Or was painted like Sting.
Or was painted like Sting. Yeah, I mean, retro shirts and today's shirts. It was an awesome atmosphere. Maybe the best pay-per-view I've ever seen. Definitely the best show I've ever been to live, and I've been to quite a few wrestling shows. But we saw those, and then, as we said, Dynamite and Rampage taping coming up in August. So that's our dealings with AEW.
Well, and we've seen some AEW wrestlers when they come through our local indie wrestling. Like we've seen like the Guns.
He said, yeah, I went to the rare as fuck Rampage Rumble. Yeah. Oh, I remember. I think I've seen one of those in KC, like 2020 or 2021. Said I had a great time every time. I get super drunk and stand on my chair and yell at the wrestlers who are smaller than me. All right. Fun is where you find it, that's for sure.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they put on an excellent live show. There's some things that could be improved, but I'm not going to get into all that right now. We're in South Haven, Mississippi. I wondered where they were. Maybe they didn't even fucking know where they were. I don't know where South Haven is. Wait, were there two H's or one? South Haven. I think there was one. Like South Haven.
Oh, it's not two separate words?
No, I think it was just one.
Wait, so that kid dressed as Will Ospreay flew from Chicago to South Haven, Mississippi?
What do you mean?
That kid dressed as Will Ospreay in the front row was in the front row in Chicago on Wednesday.
Yeah. Flew to Mississippi.
Yeah, it's a long.
Maybe his kids, or maybe his parents drove him or something. I've got to get my fucking brain checked, I tell you.
Yeah, like
Where is South Haven, Mississippi? Yeah, that's what I said. I have no idea. Olive Mule. Never heard of it.
A 23-year veteran made his debut 2 years ago. Forbidden Door.
nowhere near Chicago. That's all I got.
Oh, look at that shit. That was nice.
I like when luchador wrestlers are bigger, you know, because then they can do way more stuff with like the bigger wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing against like the Kingo or Rey Mysterio or Rey Fenix, but
Nice. There you go.
How about that?
Said K, that skull look eye on the blinds. I don't know if that means looks like something. Yeah, we need to raise it up, don't we? You
it's
know?
actually a whole skeleton.
Yeah, it's a
The
whole
rest of its
skeleton.
body is just behind the
We
chair.
need to raise them up more.
We're big horror movie Halloween people, so we have a lot of Halloween decorations that are out all year. Like we got a ghost
It's jack-o'-lantern.
mold in the corner. We actually have a neon ghost light over our fireplace, and a mummy head, and a Frankenstein head, and Sam from Trick or Treat is sitting on our couch.
True. Yeah.
That's quite much Halloween stuff.
And that's Sam from the Sam that's sitting on our couch scares me all the time. We gotta move it.
Yeah.
Like coming from the kitchen, I see somebody sitting there, and then I remember it's a doll. You know.
Because he's a child in the movie, so like it's kind of life size.
Yeah, but the head is like
So just
regular size, and it's just goes over the edge of the sofa, so it looks like a person sitting there. Said y'all both have the best style. Thanks so much. I don't know what we did to deserve all these compliments, but I appreciate it. I'll take them.
Back again to the midsection of Castagnoli, was suffered a lot of damage in this match.
I think maybe the chains are new on that mask too. I'll have to go back and look at it. I hated it when he first came out with it because the Black Taurus mask was so awesome.
Yeah.
And then he came out with that thing, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
I'm not sure what's become of this match now.
What do you mean?
They're out there just doing moves.
Yeah.
Like no story.
Yeah, it's like a spot fest.
Nothing. It's not even a spot fest because they aren't spots. They're just move after move after move after move.
God, did you see that guy had two pairs of scissors scissoring on his shirt? Looking at it, like, making my teeth hurt. It's just like.
And he beats him with a fucking clothesline. Fuck that.
Wait, what?
He beat him with a clothesline.
Oh.
Impressive victory with the axe bomber. Driving through borders. Steering another win for the next bit of BCC. Still to come, Hangman out of Page and Chain White. But right now, let's send it backstage.
I didn't realize that was tonight.
What?
The Page.
Jay White and Page? Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of questions circulating around the condition of Daniel Garcia. And as we saw, you got pretty roughed up yourself. How are you feeling?
Yeah, no, not feeling great, Lexi. Not feeling great at all. There's a concussion, headaches now, light sensitivity, wearing the glasses. You want an update on Danny? Yeah. He's at home in Buffalo. It's like, oh, he actually lost strength in the left side. There's good news though. There's good news. He will be. There's good news for you too. It's good news because I made a promise to Dan that he'll get the satisfaction of being the first one to get his hands on you. And you don't know when that's going to happen. It's going to be 6 months from now, a year. And when that day comes, Max, when it comes, I promise you, you're not getting dick dancing. Danny Garcia.
I like the name Daddy Magic because of how lame it is.
Yeah, who said
In the chat.
on the chat? Well, Daddy Magic sounds like a porn star. Which the way Daniel Garcia goes out there dressed in briefs and fucking putting his dick in everybody's face, maybe he should be Daddy Magic. Putting his
He didn't wrestle in briefs. Oh, he did actually.
It looks like he wrestled in briefs. He did.
No, he did this last match. But normally he wears like long wrestling pants.
Yeah, he should. This match should be a squash. No. I wanted to see a good, even match between those guys, Claudio and the Beast, but we certainly didn't get that. They gave him a little, but not enough. It was a beating. Yeah. So Lexi rules. I agree. But Daddy Magic is the lamest name ever. Yeah. You can go either way on that. Daddy Magic sucks.
I like him on commentary. When he does Collision with Tony and Nigel. I think he's funny.
Yeah, I think he's a good commentator, just not a very good wrestler.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't want to see him in the ring, like, ever. Unless I have to.
Unless you have to. When would you have to?
Like, if Daniel Garcia needs a partner. Cool Hand Ange just fallen off the planet because he got married and has having a baby. Apparently, that means he can't wrestle either.
Hey. Yeah, looking back on however many minutes ago, Olive Mule agrees with me. Yeah, commentate, but don't wrestle. Daddy Magic, yeah, I definitely agree with myself. That was, I mean, Marco Stunt, as much as I don't want him anywhere near AEW, that was a very cool surprise.
Yeah.
Very cool surprise. Just out of nowhere. Nobody expected that.
And it was a good use of him.
Right. And now we can never see him again.
Yeah.
So good. It's just both of us thought, look how small he is. Him doing moves on anybody in this company makes them look really bad.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way we felt about Marco Stunt and still do. Yeah.
I mean, it'd be like having -1 wrestle.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, like him doing moves to Jack Perry on Perry's first title defense, that makes him look like a weak champion already. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, right?
But he didn't really do very like. Did he do any moves to Jack Perry?
He did. He did some move. He did a couple moves in there.
I thought they were unsuccessful. I didn't realize that he had gotten some successful hits in.
I think he did a couple. Here comes the happy train. I don't know what this is. Said soon.
Is that Ricochet?
Ladies and gentlemen and fans around the world, let's hear from the professor.
Maybe that did have. There's a guy running, right? Maybe it did have something to do with Ricochet. That's a good guess.
Thank you.
I'm not pleased with Marco. Yeah, fuck him. I agree. Flush him down the toilet. -1 over Marco. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marco's one of the worst parts of early AEW.
understand
Just,
is that I'm not the same wrestler that
I mean, what was the guy? 110 pounds. No one should be selling for him. No one on the roster.
so much.
It's just no positives to him at all.
So much stronger, and I've evolved into the
God, this woman.
women's wrestler in this entire division. So Rio, if you want to do this again, let's do it. And we're gonna find out if you are really
Is it in her contract that she has to talk endlessly every week?
Yeah,
a professional.
she does the
Like,
same promo every week.
Shut up and wrestle.
She does
you
the same
know?
promo every week.
I know she does, and it's not a good promo.
It's okay.
That's not good, babe. What did she say in it?
Well, you were talking the whole time, so I don't know.
You said it's the same promo every week. What has she said in the past?
Okay, well, she was saying, I'm the professor of wrestling, and hey, if you want to step in the ring, I'll show you. I mean, it sounds like a Bret Hart promo without any passion behind it.
Yeah.
Here to cheer Rio. I tell you, Rio and Serena.
Sounds like she got my Ghostbusters machine that like sucks your soul out, you know?
Yeah.
But as is this matchup.
Yes, Marco is a shit stain on AEW. I'll agree with that, yeah. Unfortunately, nothing personal against the guy. Just him as a wrestling character, fuck him. One of my least favorite wrestling characters of all time. Maybe my least favorite.
At least on television. Maybe in the indies, you know?
No, I'm counting the indies.
But you have a lot of like undersized guys in the indies sometimes. If they're like low tier indies.
I don't think you did. Have a lot of wrestlers below 5 feet. I mean, except little people wrestlers. That I'm all for. Don't get me wrong with that. I love little people wrestlers. But Marco Stunt is just between. He's between, so he's nothing. So he should be nothing in the wrestling industry. Al Mule said, "Deeb." Yeah, she's a good. Hey, she's very good in the ring.
She's very good in the ring.
Yeah, her promos not so much.
Her promos make me die inside. I love her in the ring. I just wish they would turn her heel and I don't know. Someone like stab her while she's talking so we get some sort of emotional reaction from something.
Good God.
No, I don't mean like stab her hard. I mean like with like a fork, you know, like poke her. To give her inflection of some kind. Everything's just so flat.
So Al Mule said Riho is 98 pounds soaking wet in cement. Yeah, pretty much. She's the female Marco Stunt
She
to
is
me.
absolutely the female Marco
I
Stunt.
got them both on the show this week. Leru, I hope that's how you pronounce it, said Frost needs a win. She's underrated. I agree. I agree.
Especially her last like 2 matches have been really good. When I first saw her in Ring of Honor, she was excellent, and then when she showed up in AEW, she had like a few iffy matches, but the last few she's just really been on it.
She had a lot of timing issues.
Yeah.
And physical issues. You know, where should my move hit?
Yeah. Well, and she was trying to like incorporate gymnastics where it didn't fit in with wrestling, but I feel like she's gotten better at that now.
Yeah, she definitely has. So
she's not just doing like a random cartwheel. Like it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. I think she could be a very good thing for them, Lady Frost. Yeah.
No fees or minimums, and no overdraft fees are another reason banking with Capital One.
Oh, Mule Frost is a queen. Oh, I hear you.
Lewis Yates agrees with me about Ricochet.
A little segment tease was definitely Ricochet. Lewis, welcome to the chat.
Yeah.
Olive Mule, I love midget wrestling. Now, just to say, not to be a jerk, not to be that guy. The M word is not as bad. Is just to tell you.
So don't put it up there.
Oh, I shouldn't put it up there. The M word is bad. We're supposed to say little people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to be that guy. Just most of us don't know the M word is a bad thing, but it is. So with little people is the appropriate term. But I love little people wrestling too.
Yeah.
Frost needs this so much, says Olive Mule. Yeah, it would be a nice win for. I'm not a fan of Riho.
trains.
She makes me simp. See, I'm too old to know what that means. I don't know what that means. That's something to do with like having a crush on her, right? Wanting to fuck her, that kind of
I
thing.
don't think so.
See, I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means.
That's not the context I normally hear it used.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I don't know.
Normally it's like an insult, I thought.
No, I don't think so. I think it's a positive thing.
I teach middle school, but I am not up to date on my slang.
I don't teach anything or leave the house, so I don't, you know. I said lip wrestling. Olive Mule said. Yeah, as I said, Riho, my female counterpart of Marco Stunt, she isn't by her moves and all that. Technically, she is an excellent wrestler, but just given her size, and I know there's this whole promotion not to say anything about size in wrestling. I don't know where the fuck that came from, because that's one of the biggest parts of it. Is you need a certain size to be able to sell what's happening in the ring.
Mm.
And a lot of people are like, no, it doesn't matter how big she is. You should support her and all. That's fucking stupid. I don't believe that at all. Same for Marco Stunt. Exact same thing. Just too small, you know?
I will say that you could argue the same thing about Darby Allin, but when Darby Allin does his moves, he puts enough momentum behind them that, like, I believe the physics of it.
Yeah.
You know, and like he does such off the wall, unexpected things to his opponents that I feel like him catching them off guard is a big part of his style. But like with Riho, she just wrestles like a regular wrestler. And that is not convincing because she is tiny.
Olive Mule says, I love Frost so much. She's a beast and should go far, especially in the Owen Hart tournament. Is she still, what, are they still in the first round in the women's?
No.
Is this the first round?
This is not an Owen Hart tournament match.
Was she in it?
No.
He just said she should go far in it.
She's not in it.
She's not in it?
I'll go back and look at my bracket, but I don't think so. I mean, she's definitely not in it now. Because it's it's a Willow versus Mariah May now.
Is that the final?
Yeah,
Final is Willow versus Mariah May?
I believe so because I believe Mariah May beat Sheeta on Rampage. Or was that on?
See what you got.
Yeah, it must have been on Rampage. This was the. Yeah, it was Willow, Deep, Nyla, Chris, Deanna, Sheeta, Mariah, and Saraya.
So where's your little people advancing?
I haven't filled this out.
Willow.
So Willow advances, Sheeta advanced, Chris
Chris.
advanced, but now Willow advances again. So Willow's in the final,
Willow versus,
and then
that's Sheeta versus Mariah. Have we seen that match?
I
That
think that was on Rampage, and I think they did a promo of Mariah versus Willow. So I'm assuming Mariah won.
So Mariah and I don't.
We missed Rampage yesterday.
Yeah.
Life happens.
So I'll be Mule. Yeah, I hate to tell you. Was she even in the tournament?
No. She says he's saying that she wasn't in it.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Mariah May versus
Willow Nightingale.
Willow Nightingale for the Owen Hart tournament, and I think it's obvious to all of us. I think it's going to be Mariah May.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're going to see. You know, this is going to bring up the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. You know, this will be the final thing that stops Tony Storm from wanting Mariah May around. I mean, her being the number one contender to her belt. I think this will be the final thing to break those two up.
Although, if we look back at All In last year, we had MJF versus Adam Cole, and we said the very same thing in the lead up to All In about them because they had the tag belts because they were forced in that forced tag team, you know? And then they were best friends or whatever, and they were going to face each other in the main event. And we said, like, that's going to end the friendship. And they didn't end it till December. So we never know.
Good call. Let's see. Leroux saying Orange Cassidy is a perfect example of selling it. I know what you're talking about because I didn't look at this until just now. I think you're talking about a couple minutes ago. I'm sorry. It was a nice.
No, Orange Cassidy was on in the very beginning.
No, it's saying Orange Cassidy is a perfect example of selling it. What it was is something we were talking about like
I'm sorry.
2 minutes ago, but I don't remember anymore now.
Oh, selling like that a smaller person can still have big impact moves. I'm assuming is what he's talking about.
Orange Cassidy being
Yeah.
a smaller person?
Yeah, like with Darby Allin.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Okay. If that's what you mean, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Lady Frost looks so much stronger. Yes, I agree with Olive Mule. It's no contest, he says.
Yeah.
Man, it shouldn't be.
shouldn't
Don't
be.
tell me.
Oh, of course, Riho.
I know. She's fucking. See? Fuck that.
I am made so uncomfortable by Riho and the way that she dresses.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me feel like I'm watching something inappropriate.
Yes, I agree too. I agree with that.
Like, grown women should not dress like children and then show it all off on national television. Like, that is creepy.
Well, here I don't think she's only dressed like a child from the belly button down.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah.
And she's just like a whore from the top up, or from the belly button up. She's just like a hooker from the belly button down. She's dressed like a schoolgirl, and it makes me very uncomfortable too. It also makes me uncomfortable when I see grown men in the audience being like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you like her, good for you. I hope you enjoy her matches. That's how I feel.
Oh, Shane Taylor. Speaking of Shane Taylor, he's lost some weight.
Yes, he has.
Like,
good.
A significant amount.
Go over there playing on ladders with your boy Leo. You could have been had
Leroux said
touchdown.
Mariah and Tony will be a better match than Cole versus MJF.
The six of us are settling this on Rampage right here.
Maybe.
Guys,
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll admit it's close enough to where I would actually need to see the matches. So yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah. And Olive Mule, I don't know if he was booing Leroux or booing me talking about Riho.
No, he was booing Riho beating Lady Frost because he's been rooting for Lady Frost.
He was booing that. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Right. He said, "I do agree." LOL. Oh, F. Lexi Nair. I think he might like Lexi Nair.
I think so too.
Jeez, huh? Not on the jungle gym level. He's the fight game. Weird. Smash one.
What is Anthony Ogogo wearing? He's worn a 3-piece, or a fitted vest and trousers every time we've seen him, and now he's dressed like he was at the laundromat.
Didn't see it.
Keep it locked on AEW Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision, and she'll reward you for your loyalty. If you're ready to follow.
Maybe we're gonna.
What's that? Show your what? Was it say show your ticket? No?
Are you talking about that commercial?
Can I rewind it without fucking everything up?
Yeah.
Adventures with Superman. See.
Well, I can't believe how far we are into the show. We're gonna miss having people to talk to.
We're scared.
We'll just be stuck with each other.
Yeah.
and the dog and cats.
Nice.
AEW has a new CEO, Mercedes Moné. Keep it locked on AEW Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision, and she'll reward you for your loyalty. If you're ready to follow the Moné, scan the QR code now.
It had nothing to do with buying a ticket. Okay.
No, but it's some sort of contest to win prizes.
Yeah.
Adventures with Superman Season 2.
Yeah.
Or do just go to the end here?
All right, I would just do this.
We'll go to live. Do that. Is that? That's not it.
No, I know. I was going to a different channel so that when I click over here, it will take me to live. Even now I can press join live. We have YouTube TV, and sometimes it's a little confusing. Oh, we have different commercials than Olive. Do you need some scissors or something?
I get it.
Asa has purchased a 2-pound bag of Twizzlers. I hate the smell of Twizzlers.
You can murder someone with this bag of Twizzlers.
No, you couldn't. Unless you suffocated them with them. I suppose that's possible.
Creatures of habit.
That's it.
You won't see this in the unboxing video of the shoes, but when Asa opens a new package of pretty much anything, he opens it as if he's a monster that doesn't have regular hands. Like it looks like it's just been like destroyed. It's very cute. I find it entertaining.
Yeah, I just hope this stays this way. Once word gets out about these places, they get it. And there it is.
At least your vehicles are protected.
I think we're just never gonna get rid of Riho because she was the first ever women's champion, you know?
Was she the first?
Yeah.
Wasn't Nyla Rose the first?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I think we need to look that up.
I am 100% positive.
Or have someone tell us who was the first women's champion, Nyla Rose or Riho? Oh, I think it was Riho. I think it was. But I want to know for sure.
It is about your faith, Chris, and your fellow man.
Riho is first. Is what? Yeah.
You're always asking me why I'm always Googling stuff, and it's because you don't believe me unless I prove to you I'm right.
Our security team, which faith do you have that there is a man in this building? Peel me off your when I start striking you. That's something how I am going to break and bleed you on the sands of the Calvary Stampede. I'm going to take you all over that building and torture you. Chris is going to stop me. I have faith that I'm going to massacre you. The universe left this. Do you have enough faith in anybody to hope that they stop me?
Cool. Joe versus Jericho.
Calgary on Wednesday.
Next Dynamite.
Street fight. Awesome.
Street fight. Chris Jericho Tree against former world champion Samoa Joe.
Oh, here's our Owen Cup match. That's the main event already?
Yeah. Wild.
He's wearing the same pants he wore on Wednesday. Embarrassing.
That's okay. You can do your laundry in 2 days.
You know that man didn't wash those pants.
I bet he probably did wash them. Probably, pretty stinky. He definitely would wash his tights. No?
Incendiary conflict.
Maybe. I don't know. They seem like they'd be hard to wash. They have sequins and fringe on them. I think I have to dry clean them.
Angry Adam Page. You've got to be thinking he has to.
I don't know.
His opponent tonight, not the man that he will face it with.
As a manager, I had to dry clean my clothes, but that's because I wore a suit. So that's all I can tell you from my what's the word?
Well, I used to do costumes for ballet companies, and most of them had like the parts that couldn't be washed were like detachable, but with wrestling pants, they can't do that. That's cool.
This is a semifinal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I don't know who I'm for here. Look at Juice Robinson. Shit, I love Juice
I
Robinson.
love Juice Robinson too. I'm so glad he's back.
Yeah.
For the championship of the Owen Hart tournament against
I would like his cardboard cutout. I would be down with that.
Yeah.
To have a crazy looking Juice Robinson right behind me. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we need to do a better background back here, which I like pretty well, but I want something different, something a little different. Usually we have two belts up where Kay is, but now, well, with her head blocking it, we can't even see one.
Sure. But of course, just being in the
Yeah, usually we have two over there. I just like some more wrestling stuff back there. What are you doing?
Put that one up.
That is the ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. I have just been informed by the EVPs, the Young Bucks, that other than Jay White, the other members from the Bang Bang Gang
Oh, yeah.
have been ejected from the building.
Alamule with a lot of Joes. He says 22-minute main event. He says, well, 21:49. Yeah. Alamule Gun Club. Playroom pointing upwards like,
What's up?
oh, guns up. I see.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm sorry, the fucking emoticons and shit. I'm very slow. I'm very slow on this. They're new to me.
Remember that game show?
Because I don't know anyone who speaks in emojis. That's like a different generation thing.
It was like the new Supermarket Sweep had a game where it was like you had to decipher the emojis and you were like the worst at it.
Trying to choke out.
Yeah.
So in case we were talking through it. The guns have been ejected, as has Juice Robinson per the orders of the Young Bucks.
From the Scotiabank Saddleball as part of
Yeah, the winner of this faces Brian Danielson on Wednesday in the final.
But whoever's going to help Adam Page win has not been ejected from the ringside.
Well, yeah, no.
Maybe like the Young Bucks or someone
Yeah.
like that.
Wednesday as well, the championship of the women's tournament. And there you see all roads lead to London, August 25th. Tickets at livenation.co.uk, ticketmaster.co.uk, available on
We saw the guns when they came to Winston for like our local indie show, and they were awesome. They're so funny. Their crowd work was just excellent.
one forearm shot by Hangman Adam Page. I just can't get over the look on Hangman's face.
While they were champions.
Yeah, they had the belts. That was cool to see those like closer than we normally would at an AEW show.
Long history with the AEW World Champion. Certainly has to raise his ire.
That wasn't Winston, no. That was elsewhere.
Strickland has had of
Well,
late.
Winston-ish.
Yeah, it wasn't Winston, though.
Yeah.
Page. The follow-
Lemons? I don't know where it was. Somewhere near. No.
It wasn't Plymouth, I don't know. Somewhere near Winston-Salem, yes. We saw them with a company, great independent company called AML Wrestling. Stands for America's Most Liked Wrestling. Weird name, but a pretty good independent company. There's a good mix of some up and comers and some older guys you maybe hadn't seen in 20 years.
Physical condition we have.
And they get lots of good like visitors.
Yeah. Like this past week,
Juice Robinson.
we saw Mustafa Ali, who was fucking awesome.
Mhm.
We saw Too Cold Scorpio wrestle.
Well,
George South, who was a legend down here in the South, saw him wrestle. Is that it?
Grizzled Young Vets.
The Grizzled Young Vets wrestled. And then for autographs,
Top Dollar.
from WWE wrestled. And then for autographs, there was Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Who else?
Mustafa Ali.
Oh, yeah. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Mustafa Ali, Too Cold Scorpio, and not the Grizzled Young Vets because about, 6 hours before the show, they pulled out of the ticket signing, having autograph signing, even though all these fans had already paid for their tickets. So fuck them is what I have to say. You don't do that. You don't have people pay all this money because they say, hey, Grizzled Young Vets are going to be here. And then you wake up at 8 a.m. and say, no, I don't want to go. Fuck them and fuck that is what I have to say.
They are very, very bizarre. There's
AMLW. Yeah, AML Wrestling. I think the website is amlwrestling.com. But very good federation.
Mhm.
Yeah, look it up. It's very cool. Too Cold Scorpio got arrested recently. Yeah, I read about that. Very unfortunate. He stabbed a guy. Um, I forget how many times. It was like twice or something like that.
remember the winner goes on to face
I believe so.
I know he was alleged of 2 felonies. So I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
But it wasn't his knife. It was the guy's knife. Like the guy tried to stab him and he took the knife from him. And
Correct.
stabbed
So
him.
he said it was self-defense.
Yeah.
Which, since it was the other guy's knife, I kind of tend to believe.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of believe this Too Cold Scorpio did not just stroll along, reach into someone's pocket, take out the knife, and stab them.
At a gas station.
Was it a gas
It was at
station?
a gas station.
Yeah, I don't buy that shit.
Yeah.
So
Or a convenience store, something like that.
anyway, hopefully he comes out on top of that.
He was very nice.
He was very nice, Too Cold, very nice and smiling. I've met some wrestlers who are not like that. Grumpiest wrestler I ever met, Al Snow. Fuck that motherfucker. When I saw him, he acted like it was the last place on earth he possibly wanted to be.
Is that the head guy?
That's the head guy, yeah. So I'm not too big on Al Snow. You know, all of this is about how you treat your fans. You know, and some of these guys and gals can't get it through their heads that without fans, that there's no paychecks. So you gotta love your fans. He says he was on Dutch Mantel yesterday. I guess he meant Too Cold Scorpio. That's cool. I'd like to hear that. I love Too Cold Scorpio. One of my favorite. He was the guy who, like, when I was a kid, turned me on to high flying wrestling. I didn't know jumping off the top rope was a thing, really, until I saw Too Cold Scorpio in WCW. So very near and dear to me.
It was a truck stop, not a gas station.
A truck stop.
So
Thank you.
No, it was car related in some way.
Olive Mule says he sounds innocent. I believe Too Cold.
I wasn't, but my grandpa was.
Whoa.
Large truck stop.
Pages now.
Holy fuck. I didn't see what happened there.
I did not either.
Olive Mule said Al Snow hates AEW. Well, fuck him too. He was such a and I was a kid when I went to the thing. I was 14 years old. And he just signed it and it moved on. Didn't say hi, how you doing? You go fuck yourself, Merry Christmas. Didn't say anything to us. So fuck Al Snow and fuck the grizzled young vets. That's my point.
Activates on skin to hydrate, smooth, visibly firm.
They better have time to thank their fans.
I will say it was super shitty for the Grizzled Young Vets to cancel, especially when people had paid money for tickets. They did stay after the show at a table and sign stuff for people.
For I think, 10 minutes?
Well, we left. I don't know. They were still signing stuff when we left.
Nonetheless, people had paid for this big package ahead of the show.
And they got like folders to put their stuff in.
Yeah, and they had been advertising it for a month, maybe over a month.
I think it was over a month, yeah.
And then the day of, the Grizzled Young Vets pull out. So, Olive Mule saying Al Snow and Russo hate AEW. I didn't know that about Al Snow, but I definitely have heard Vince Russo, yeah. Who I still find it interesting what Vince Russo has to say about the wrestling industry.
I don't know.
Can't help myself.
Why is he paying attention to the wrestling industry? Like,
well, because
he got into it as like not a fan.
Yeah.
So is he a fan now?
Well, it's because he is interested. I mean, he built the #1 most watched company of the 90s, with his writing, and he worked for the #2 wrestling company in the 90s with his writing. So,
Well, I understand that, but his whole thing was always like to make the wrestling show not a wrestling show.
Yeah.
So,
and a lot of people loved it. It totally worked for AEW.
WCW?
What did I say?
AEW?
I'm sorry. It totally worked for WWF. Vince Russo and Vince McMahon, him
Oh, God.
him channeling his thoughts through Vince McMahon. definitely seemed to work for WWF. And I'm not saying it's something I preferred, but if you look at the ratings, it worked for WWF. People loved it. Not my kind of wrestling. But I did enjoy wrestlers being able to say things they usually couldn't and do things they usually couldn't. I like that kind of stuff. I would love to see wrestling on like HBO or something like that. As some channel where you can have like sex angles. What? Labor said, I'm sorry, over here talking about sex angles. Let me finish. And I'll put what he said or she said up. I'd like to see where they can do sex angles and where the wrestlers can curse with no bleeping, and we can have angles based on adult things. I would really like to see that. They don't.
Is that what you mean by sex angles?
What?
Like, you slept with my wife, we're gonna fight kind of a thing? Or,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sex angles.
Like it's just seeing them inside the bedroom. Let's see some tits. Let's see some fucking tits. Why not? It's for adults.
I don't want to see tits on my wrestling.
Well, I
There's a
think
million
it'd
other
be
places you
great.
can see tits.
Yeah, but not of these women who have these personalities also. It's different when a woman has a personality than just looking at some strange woman's tits.
There's a whole wrestling subculture porn industry for you if you want that.
I know.
Get out of my wrestling.
No, that was just a suggestion. You can do a lot of other things than
Your
tits.
suggestion.
I'm just saying you could have adult storylines. Storylines about like drug addiction and things like that. That would be kind of sultry, a little more interesting. I'd love to see it. Love it. Labor said Russo built and destroyed wrestling, which is an impressive feat. Yes, I agree. I don't give Russo as much of the blame as other people. I mean, I could talk about it all night. Because I tell you, the first time Russo was hired by WCW, and they pretty much said, "Do whatever you want, just make us competitive." That stay of Russo, I really enjoyed. I thought it was interesting. He did interesting things with the angles. He definitely tried to make WCW a different place. I thought he did a very good job using wrestlers in different ways. And then I also like the Russo, the Millionaires Club versus New Blood angles. I love seeing fucking Hulk Hogan work. Now I know it eventually kind of imploded, but I mean I love seeing Hulk Hogan take on Billy Kidman and shit like that. Lex Luger taking on or Sean Stasiak or whomever. I mean those kind of things. I really enjoyed seeing them. So. Yeah, Vince Russo has done a lot of bullshit. I was just trying to name some of the good stuff he's done, but he's done a lot of really dumb shit with wrestling too. It's
like the Brawl for All.
Like the Brawl for All.
The longer this match, the more it favours that club digger Brian Danielson, who himself is certainly hurt.
We should.
Yeah, Leroy, like you said, I agree. He built WWF and definitely had I think he had a small hand in destroying WCW. A lot of people, and I can see where they're coming from. A lot of people give him number one hand in destroying WCW. It's just not how I think. Olive Neal said,
"Time Warner destroyed WCW."
That's what I feel too. In the book I'm reading, Nitro by Guy Evans, I believe out of what I've read, I believe that was also the feeling as well, because it was years before the merger. I mean, I'm talking 90. When WCW was at its highest point, still some people within WCW, the higher ups, they still wanted to get rid of it because they didn't want to have wrestling on their channels.
You mean in
like in 1998?
You mean in Time Warner? You said the higher ups in WCW.
Well, the higher ups. I'm sorry, the higher ups and Turner. Turner. Oh.
Nuh-uh.
No, he's kicking out. Turner, some of the higher ups had been wanting WCW to go for years and years. Like I said, since 93 through the point 96, 97 when they dominated the ratings. They just didn't want WCW because they thought it was rednecky and it was just whatever. So I put it on Time Warner. Leroux says executives were the ones who pulled the plug, but Russo and Bischoff did not help, though. Oh, yeah, definitely agree. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
That lady is furious that he just threw Jay White.
I tell you who I think they should have gone with as a booker when they had all that with Russo and Bischoff going together, Russo and Bischoff going to the committee. I thought they should have been using Kevin Sullivan, personally, and put Kevin Sullivan as the sole booker. That's just my thought.
He said something during I wish I could remember what it was. He said something during Who Killed WCW that made me not like him very much.
What?
I don't remember.
Let's get back to AEW.
Yeah.
We got Hangman smacking Jay White with a belt. Is that his belt? Is it
Oh.
Hangman's belt? Here comes Double J. Who knows what's about to happen?
Oh my God.
Right on his fucking head.
That was so high.
Man,
On his neck.
that was not good.
No.
Who was that? Christian? The spear. Wait, what is...
Wait, is the new ref also down?
I don't think we have a new ref.
Oh.
Why is he lying like that?
To hide.
He's lying like a vampire. Hangman looks crazy.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it, I think. Yep.
I like that the winner of the Owen Hart tournaments get all-in title opportunities. But I also really liked the previous years where it was so unpredictable who was going to win the Owen Hart tournaments.
It was
Yeah.
unpredictable.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Because, last year, the person I expected to win, I think she went out in the first round.
Who was that?
Ruby Soho.
Danielson and Page Wednesday in the
Finals.
men's in the final.
In the final.
Oh, I'm sorry, in the final, right?
Yeah. And then,
Also, Willow Nightingale versus Mariah May at the final on Wednesday.
Yep.
Okay. Well, big show already for Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Do you think we'll see Omega? Is he?
I don't know.
Oh, he's Winnipeg, isn't he?
Page. Who's Page?
What are you asking me? Who is Page facing?
Who did he just beat?
He just beat Jay White.
Thank you.
Global Glory 4-way. What does that mean?
Oh, I don't know.
Wow, what a night it's been. There you see the bloodstained face of Hangman Adam Page.
This was a good collision.
For the most part,
I had fun anyway.
I had fun.
Yeah. I think that was largely to our people participating in the chat.
Yeah, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. You made Collision way more enjoyable.
We're not done just yet. We're going to give our final thoughts and give a rating, but just give us just 1 minute here. All right, so decent. Let me see if we got anything.
We got someone giving it a rating.
Jay White, let's go. Great show, said Olive. 9.46. Where'd you get that? 9.46 out of 10. Leroux, you got a rating for the show out of 5, out of 10, whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give my rating. Is that okay?
Well, I'm gonna ask you in a second.
Oh, okay.
I was just gonna give them Give him a couple seconds here.
Or anyone else that wants to
Or
say
anyone
what
else.
they've
Yeah, anybody
enjoyed.
else who wants to.
Even if you've been quiet, we've had a few people hop in and out. Feel free to pop
Labor
back in.
Labor said 7.5 out of 10. So I think that's that's fair. That's a fair rating, I think. Kay, what do you think? Give us some of your thoughts and your rating out of 5. So as I said, we rate things out of bones, 0 to 5. Just like a star system, only we call it bones because our site name is No Bones About Wrestling.
Yeah.
So that's our gimmick thing. So
I'm gonna give Collision a 4.5 because it's Collision, and I normally think Collision is pretty shitty.
that's mean.
It is
That's
like the
mean.
main
It's not.
event.
It's
No,
not
no,
usually
no,
shitty.
it's not. No, but compared to Dynamite, yes, it is. It's very
Compared to
predictable.
Dynamite, yes.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like that is not me considering Dynamite even exists. Like for Collision, this was a 4.5 for that show. If this was a Dynamite episode, I'd probably give it like a 3.5 or a 4. Probably a 4.
Okay.
Well, like look at the matches. I mean, even like we had an Iron Savages match.
Mhm.
We had a Marco Stunt match. A Lady Frost match. Like most of
The
these
match
matches.
Trish Adora was never going to win.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So like even if they were facing a good opponent, Collision tends to be like crazy predictable, and this did not vary from that format much. But it was still really good. I enjoyed it, and I had a lot of fun on our watch along, so that was nice too. Yeah, I don't have a problem with Collision. It just frustrates me that the bigger matches are always on Dynamite in general, like usually except for the main event on Collision. And the predictability. And usually you get at least 1 to 3 squash matches. So it was nice that there weren't as many squash matches tonight. So that kind of improved the rating as well. Are we doing best match?
Oh yeah, and give best match and worst match.
My worst match.
Your worst match.
I'm going with Adam Page and Jay White as the best match.
All right.
Worst match, I am going Jack Perry and Marco Stunt.
Okay, makes sense.
What about you, Asa?
Give me 1 second. Just talk for like 20 seconds.
I'm not good at that.
Just talk for 20 seconds.
Oh, here we go. So Olive Mule says 4.72 out of 5 bones. And Larry says 3.5
Look there.
out of 5.
Olive Mule can give his best. What was your best match? Same for Lady and whoever else. Best match: Lady Frost versus Riho. Worst is Marco versus Jack Perry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Larry, what do you think? Best match, worst match? If you're still with us, or anyone else in the chat that wants to share best match, worst match in their rating.
So Olive Mule said. Did you just say that?
You said it.
Oh, sorry. I just go on operate.
You're living in the moment.
Yeah.
So what about you?
Yeah. So for me, best match of the night. It sounds like everybody. Well, no, I guess everybody didn't agree.
Mm-mm.
But best match of the night definitely was Hangman Adam Page versus Jay White. I think Page getting the win thanks to Christian's sneakiness. Worst match I'm gonna give to Jack Perry defending his TNT title against Marco Stunt. It was shocking to see Marco Stunt again, but the match did not do what they wanted it to do, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely didn't do what they needed it to do, which was make Jack Perry look like a bad dude. They got that. Like, oh, his former friend, he's just going to beat his ass. So they made him look like a bad dude. Did they make him look, going after it, killer instinct, crush him? No. Couldn't even beat up his little friend.
Mm-hmm.
So that failed. So yeah, that's the worst match. Overall rating, it was a pretty decent show. Nothing amazing or anything. We're getting going towards All In, which gets a longer build up for a pay per view. I mean, it's July and we're looking at the end of August, right, for the pay per view.
I just know August. I don't remember the date.
Anyways, so we may have some long build ups to the pay per view, which I would like. I would like to see some angles and some things happen between the competitors for sure. Before the big show.
When is our show? Are
Our
we in the
show.
build up to All In?
Our show.
The show in Winston that we're going to, the Dynamite.
July 7th. All right, August 7th. Yeah, we're in the
so
build
we'll
up
be
to
like,
All In.
yes,
Yeah.
awesome.
So I haven't given my rating. I am gonna say 3.5 bones out of 5.
How come when I said that you were like I was crazy?
I rechecked everything, and yeah, I'm gonna say 3.5 bones out of 5. Some decent stuff, some just above average stuff, and then one match that was unnecessary with the Perry versus Marco. So let's see here. What have I read? Best says
LaRue.
Frost versus excuse me, LaRue said best match, Frost versus Riho, and worst match is Perry versus Stunt.
Mm-hmm.
LaRue said love me some Frost, definitely, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Olive says we all do.
She looks like she has some nice breasts. I'll say that. So I think I'd love to see those. I mean, just her outfit too is sexy. And she's becoming
curvy tonight.
No, I'm not. I always talk like that. And she's becoming a good wrestler as well. She, like as we were talking about, she's improving.
Yeah.
We'll see. LaRue said, "Love me some Frost."
Mm-hmm.
Mule said, "We all do." And see, then I tell you, we all do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't love her when she was a worse wrestler. I had no room for that. But now that she's getting better, I can see it. Perry needs some work, says LaRue. Definitely.
Yeah.
He's not looking as sharp as I wished and hoped he would look coming back from New Japan. Was he in New Japan or All Japan?
New Japan.
New Japan. Okay, yeah. I thought that was it. Doesn't look as sharp as he needs to look, I think. So just he needs somebody. Maybe the Young Bucks have got to help him get that crispness of moves, the sort of just like
the fire.
The fire. Yeah, exactly. The fire. Like when he's in the ring, you don't feel like it's this villain who's going to destroy. Like he could have destroyed Marco Stunt, and kicked his fucking teeth in, and all like that. You don't feel that from that guy. And when he's supposed to be this badass who stood up to CM Punk, then went to Japan, became awesome. We need way more from that character. We need to see way more from that character to deliver.
Well, he just needs to bring the personality that he seems to have finally found that he was missing for so long. Like that he puts into his promos. He needs to bring that into the ring with him, and he's not yet. Because he was okay in the ring before he left and terrible at promos. And then when he came back, his promos have been pretty awesome. But like none of that passion and fire is translating in the ring.
So Omega's girl, welcome. She says, "What a final, amazing main event." I'm gonna assume main event.
Yeah.
Paige and White. Not so sure I'd call it amazing, but it was a good main event for sure. And of course, Hangman Adam Page heads to the final. So real quick, who's winning the men's final?
I called it before even he was named as a wild card. Hangman is winning that.
Yeah, me too. Same deal. Called it before he was even a wild card. Hangman Page is winning.
And then Mariah May in the women's.
Yeah, sure. Mariah May in the women's, yeah. So real quick, I'm just going to plug some things that are coming up. Monday night, we will be with you. We're with you every Monday night at 6 p.m. We do our weekly show, oddly enough, called AEW Weekly, where we talk about the week's past events. We'll talk about Dynamite. We'll talk about Collision. We'll talk just a little about Rampage. We'll talk about, of course, what angles are going on. We give out our top 5 rankings in men, women, and teams, which are super secret. We give out Kay. She does her wrestling fashion do's and don'ts, and we do some other things from time to time as well. It's a good time, and again, that is Monday at 6. No bones about wrestling. AEW Weekly. So join us at 6. You can see it here on X. You can see it on YouTube. You can see it on Twitch. Just look for No Bones About Wrestling. If that doesn't work, look for AEW Weekly. Or you can go on our website, nobonesabout.com, and that has links to everything we've ever done. So check that out.
We also, if you prefer audio instead of video, for AW Weekly, usually either the night of or the next day, we post an audio only version on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere podcasts are found, pretty
Right.
much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, usually, like I said, Monday the show is live. Tuesday the podcasts of Monday's show go up on Tuesday. And then one more thing to announce. Wednesday we'll be back at a watch along. We'll be doing a watch along for AEW Dynamite, and we usually try and start 10 minutes before the main event. So
Yep, before the show starts.
thank you. That's what I meant. We usually try and start 10 minutes before the show starts. So we'll be here at 7:50 on Wednesday night. And again, AEW Weekly, 6 p.m. every Monday. So yeah, hit like stuff you watch, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your auntie, tell your uncle, tell your grandmother, tell everybody about No Bones About Wrestling. We love talking to fans. We love meeting new fans like we did tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks to Leru. Thanks to Omega's Girl. Thanks to
Olive.
Olive Hill. Yeah, thanks. Continuing the conversation. It's fun to talk to each other here, but we see each other all the time. So if you have your own opinion, it's really nice to hear it and talk about it. I think that's probably it. Yeah.
Yeah. Keep your eye out tonight for Asa's unboxing of the Young Bucks Reeboks.
Yeah, we are going to do the unboxing. I'd say probably in about 5 minutes here. So when will it actually be up on the web? Soon, very soon after that. Depends how smoothly it goes. So yeah, check for that tonight. The Young Bucks shoe review. And well, as Mick Foley would say, have a nice day. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.